Come lassies and lads, come lassies and lads, give leave of your dads, and away to the Maypole, hey! For every he has got him a she, with a minstrel standing by. For Willie has gotten his Jill, and Johnny has gotten his Joan, to jig it, jig it, jig it, jig it, jig it up and down. Strike up, says Wat. Agreed, says Kate. And I prithee, fiddler, play. Content, says Hodge, and so says Madge, for this is a holiday. Then every man did put his hat off to his lass, and every girl did curtsy, curtsy, curtsy on the grass. Begin, says Hall. Aye, aye, says Moll. We'll lead up Pakiston's pound. No, no, says Noll, and so says Doll. We'll first have cylinders round. Then every man began to foot it round about, and every girl did jet it, jet it, jet it in and out. You're right, says Dick. Not I, says Nick. The fiddler played it false. 'Tis true, says Hugh, and so says Sue, and so says nimble Alice. The fiddler then began to play the tune again, and every girl did trip it, trip it, trip it to the men. Then after an hour they went to a bower, and played for ale and cakes, and kisses too, until they were due. The lasses held the stakes. The girls did then begin to quarrel with the men, and bid them take their kisses back and give them their own again. Now there they did stay the whole of the day, and tired the fiddler quite, with singing and playing without any paying, from morning until night. They told the fiddler then they'd pay him for his play, and each a twopence, twopence, twopence gave him and went away. Good night, says Harry. Good night, says Mary. Good night, says Dolly to John. Good night, says Sue to her sweetheart Hugh. Good night, says everyone. Some walked and some did run, some loitered on the way, and bound themselves by kisses 12 to meet the next holiday. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross, to see a fine lady get on a white horse, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes. A farmer went trotting upon his grey mare, bumpety bumpety bump, with his daughter behind him, so rosy and fair, lumpety lumpety lump. A raven cried croak, and they all tumbled down, bumpety bumpety bump. The mare broke her knees, and the farmer his crown, lumpet lumpety lump. The mischievous raven flew laughing away, bumpety bumpety bump, and vowed he would serve them the same the next day, lumpety lumpety lump. An elegy on the glory of her sex, Mrs. Mary Blaze, by Dr. Oliver Goldsmith. Good people all with one accord lament for Madam Blaze, who never wanted a good word from those who spoke her praise. The needy seldom passed her door, and always found her kind, and freely lent to all the poor who left a pledge behind. She strove the neighbourhood to please, with manners wondrous winning, and never followed wicked ways, unless when she was sinning. At church in silks and satins new, with hop of monstrous size, she never slumbered in her pew, but when she shut her eyes, her love was sought, I do aver, by 20 beaux and more. The king himself has followed her, when she has walked before. But now her wealth and finery fled, her hangers-on cut short all. The doctors found, when she was dead, her last disorder mortal. Let us lament in sorrow sore, for Kent Street well may say, that had she lived a 12-month more, she had not died today. The great Panjandrum himself. So she went into the garden to cut a cabbage leaf, to make an apple pie, and at the same time a great she-bear, coming down the street, pops its head into the shop. What? No soap? So he died, and she very imprudently married the barber. And there were present the Piccaninnies, and the Job Lilies, and the Garrulies, and the great Panjandrum himself, with a little round button at top, and they all fell to playing the game of catch as catch can, till the gunpowder ran out at the heels of their boots. End of the Panjandrum.